Alright, what's going on, guys? In this video we're going to be making this database here. It's going to be an example of how you can use SQLite and Python to store data in SQLite database. So kicking things off, what you want to do is import SQLite. So I'm going to do import SQLite 3, and you do not have to pip install this. This comes with Python. So next what you want to do is create a variable. I'm just going to call it con equals SQLite3.connect, and you want to do this to whichever DB file you want. If you don't have one, you could just name whatever you want. So since I don't have one, I'm just going to call it example.db, and this is going to be the file I'm going to be working with. And then you create another variable. I'm just going to call it c equals con.cursor, and this is going to allow us to pretty much the c variable right here is going to allow us to work with our database. So it's going to allow us to insert values into it. So next, what you want to do is we're going to create a function called create table. What this is going to do is it's going to create our columns for our table. So you're going to do c.execute, and then in all caps you need to follow along like how I do it. So create table if not exists, and the name of your table. So my table name is going to be example, and then you're going to create two parentheses inside of there, the names of your columns. So I'm going to do name, and I'm going to have only text values like a string in here. So I'm going to in all caps write text, and then I'm going to also put age, and this is going to have numbers. So in all caps you're going to put real. Now this confused me a lot when I first started, but you have to pretty much copy and paste exactly how I want it, except change this to what you want your table name to be and the names of your columns. If you wanted to add more, you could just go like let's just say another column, we'll just call it sport, and text like favorite sport. We'll actually use that for now. That's it for that function. And the next function is going to be where we're actually adding in those values. So go def data entry, and then you can either add in the names of your variables here and then give it a value. Like name, we'll call it Jeff or Chris, right? And then we'll do age, we'll just say he's 18, and sport, we'll say he likes swimming. Right, and then next you want to do c.execute, and then this is important, you have to put double quotes, like quotes here, insert in all caps into the name of your table. So in my case it's example, and then parentheses, name, age, and sport. Copy exactly like how you have here, except for text, real, and text part. Trust me, this is a little confusing, but just follow along. In all caps, values. And you want to do question mark, comma, question mark, comma, question mark. Since we have three variables, we have three question marks here. And then outside of the quotations, put a comma, and then have another parentheses, and then the names of your variables. So we have name, and then age, and then sport. So what this is gonna do is go out here, con.commit, commit pretty much just pushes all our changes into the database file. So what this is doing here is that when we run this function, it's gonna take these variables and put them into the tables in the right columns. So next, what you want to do is outside of this function, we're going to call those. So create table, we're going to call first, and then next we're going to create the data call the data entry function, and then you want to make sure you c.close to close the database, and then connection dot close at the end too. You want to make sure you do this so it doesn't back up anything. So if we run this right here, it creates our DB file. I'm going to show you right here. Created our database file, and if we open it here, I am using DB browser for SQLite so we can check out our table. So as you can see here, we have an example table. If we go to browse data, we can see the columns, the name, age, and sport, and we can see Chris, 18, and swimming. Now, if you wanted to call these, create these variables outside of this function, you could just take it so it takes in the parameter, name, age, and sport here. And let's just copy this and paste this right here. Shift tab to move these over. So if you see here, we are initializing the variables outside of the function and input these inside of the function. So make sure we put in the parameters in our function down here. So if you check it out, we'll change the names a little bit. We'll just do let's say Kai, age, let's say 21, and his favorite sport is we'll just also write swim, but not swimming, so we can easily see our changes. And if we run this here and then we go to our database browser and we refresh it, we can see that it is successfully in our database. So that's going to be it for this video. If you like what you saw here, please like and subscribe.